The stock is up almost about 20 odd %. But Mahindra Lifespaces is the other stock on our radar. The stock was up 6% yesterday and it has had a very good quarter 1. It recorded a multi-quarter high levels in terms of sales volumes and bookings. Arvind Subramanian, who's the MD and CEO of the company, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Subramanian, good morning and thanks for joining in. You know, you've done 600 crores of quarterly bookings in this quarter itself, and annualized that could translate to about 2,400 crores, while you have a guidance of 2,500 crores in FY25. Tell us, I mean, of course, it seems like you can achieve it way before your timeline, but you go ahead and tell us what is the run rate and what would the year-end target be?
Good morning, Sonia. Always a pleasure speaking with you. Yes, in fact, quarter 1 has been a record quarter for us, both on residential sales as well as our industrial leasing. But I wouldn't want to get ahead of ourselves. As you know, our business, particularly sales performance, tends to be lumpy depending on new project launches. So in the first quarter, we did have 2 very successful launches, one in Bengaluru, which was Mahindra Eden, India's first net zero energy project, and the second in Gurgaon, which was the last phase of our Luminaire project on Golf Course Extension. So both of these have contributed to a very strong sales performance on the residential side. We don't expect every quarter this year to be similar because the pipeline of launches going forward is more intermittent.
So we should, the 2,500 crores in FY25, Arvind, I mean, that's the right number to look at, right?
Yes, we are sticking with that as our first milestone that we'd like to achieve.
Right. This quarter, all of this came from these new, most of it came from these new projects that you described?
No, I would say about 70% of sales was from new project launches. 30% continued to be strong sustenance sales in our existing projects, which are already well underway. And that's also heartening, the fact that the existing projects continue to contribute strongly. And this contribution has been broad-based. Every single project has clocked good sales at varying locations and price points.
Okay. What about the Mumbai market in particular? How is the demand and any more geographical expansion that you'd be looking at?
For the time being, as we've said repeatedly, our strategy is to focus on a few geographies and go deeper into them. So our residential developments over the next few years are going to be focused on Mumbai, Pune, and Bengaluru. All these 3 markets are very exciting. We are seeing strong demand. In Mumbai, we are seeing very clear end-user demand, as we are seeing in Pune and Bangalore as well. And we're seeing a flight to quality. So there's a very clear customer preference to do business with more reputed developers who have a track record of
Okay. So in terms of, any kind of sales targets that you would have by the end of the year, price realizations as well. Last time, I think the price realizations were trending at 7,300 to 7,400 per square feet. What is the expectation by the end of the year?
The price realization will be a function of what we bring to market, because we have a portfolio that is anywhere from about 6,000 to 15,000 rupees a square foot. So depending on which projects clock how much sales in a particular quarter, you may see that number at the average moving up or down. We are candidly a relatively modest-sized player, and therefore the mix influences the averages quite a bit. No specific guidance for this year. We are on track for the 2,500 crores in FY25, as I mentioned earlier in our conversation, and I'd like to build up steadily towards that.
Will you look at redevelopment projects as well? Godrej Properties told us that is a decent segment for builders. Would you do that?
Absolutely. We're seeing very strong interest in society redevelopment in the city of Mumbai in particular, because a lot of old societies are coming up for redevelopment. And as soon as we announced our intent to participate in this space, we've been flooded with inquiries from societies. I think societies have burnt their fingers in the past working with some of the developers that they've worked with, and are now very clear that they would only want to work with the large corporate developers when it comes to society redevelopment. So that's a space we believe we have a natural starting advantage in. And we are hoping within this year to be able to announce a few deals in that space.
Okay.
Will that be a large sort of segment for you, especially in Mumbai?
Yes, society redevelopment will be a very large segment in Mumbai because that's just the nature of the supply in terms of land availability in Mumbai. In Pune and Bengaluru, we are also seeing greenfield sites where we are seeing the business case working out quite attractively.
Okay. You want to give us some numbers? You did about 1.28 million square feet of sales volumes in FY22. Where do you think you can end by FY23?
Certainly higher than that. I would say to get to 2,500 crores by FY25, we are targeting roughly 4 million square feet. So you can linearly interpolate between those numbers for the year-on-year trajectory we'd like to be on.
Okay, so 4 million square feet is basically your target by FY25, right?
That's right.
Okay, and these price hikes that you've taken, the quarterly price hikes, of course, the raw material cost rise was, quite steep in the last 1 year. Now things are cooling off a little bit. Any more price hikes, or is this it?
We have a discipline at Mahindra Lifespaces to do about 1.5% to 2% price increases across our portfolio every quarter. And this is very important because it gives early buyers the confidence that they have bought into a project where they're seeing a steady, even if moderate price appreciation quarter on quarter and year on year. So that's our pricing strategy. We will continue to maintain that. Where it is possible, where projects are sold extremely well, and where it's possible to take a even further price hike beyond the 1.5% to 2%, we are doing that. So in some projects, we've seen as much as an 8 to 10% price hike, which have sold well early in the development cycle.
Okay, Anand, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Great speaking with you, and good luck.